What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Today I'm going to talk about what is the difference between woods and skinheads in the pen. And I know there's a lot of different types of skinheads. But in prison, when you go in there, you're not going to see any rude boys or suede heads or traditional skins. When you go to the pen, they only got Nazi skinheads in there. Nazi skinheads in woods. And there's different type of woods too. Every town has their own wood clique. Blue team right here in Bakersfield, Oildale. You got Baby Blue Wrecking Crew, Paramount Stoners, Fresnecs, Sacramaniacs. But boil it down, it comes right down to they're all white though. It's the white car. It's the woods. Same with skinheads though. You know they're skinheads. They're under the white car though. They're in the white car. We're too small of a clique, the whites are, to be able to separate and say, oh, those are skinheads and these are the woods. So unity as much as possible. There's not as much differences as you might think there is. But let's just start off with a story. I think I'll give you a good illustration with the story right here. The difference between woods and skinheads. Someone commented too that I was killing them. In one of these videos I was drinking too many swigs out the water. I was going to bring a Rockstar with me. I bought a 4-pack yesterday. Went to go grab one right now and noticed I'd already drunk 3 today. It's like, hell no, I'm not going to drink 4. It's crazy. Not been living healthy, man. Nothing but junk food and Rockstars. I'm curious if I can even break down and bust off 123 burpees. Next couple of days I'm going to record it. Set the camera up, just go for broke. And I'm going to post it and get as far as I can. I'd like to think I could do 123 burpees. But we'll see, man. It's going to come down to the wind, not the strength. If you got the lungs to do it. Anyways, difference between woods and skinheads. Let's start with this story. Oh shit, already took another sip of the water. That's going to be a problem. Kick that thing to the curb. Alright. Second time I went to Soledad. My 4-year term. I had just paroled from there. My last violation on my P number was at Soledad. I went there with 10 with half. I turned it in with 10 flat because of assault with a weapon. Went back there to O-wing. Sat in the hole. I don't know for how long exactly. I always say 10 months for some reason. I say 10 months in O-wing, but I know it wasn't 10 months. 7, 11, 8. Back there in O-wing for assault with a weapon. They couldn't find the weapon. They come back months later, end up dropping it like they always do. Way past my out date. Kicked me out to the yard. To North Yard. Put me in Shasta Building. And I paroled. That was in November. Then I come back. Catch my 4-year term. Let me see. That was in November when I got out. So, December, January, February, March, April, May. So 6 months later, I catch my 4-year term. Stayed in county for a while. Fought the case. Stayed in reception for a while. Ended up back at Soledad in January. So left there in November. January of the following year. Right back on a 4-year term. Drive up into Whitney Building. Go into my cellie. But first off, let me say. When I was in R&R, that's where you get your information. When you drive up to a pen, first you have to go in R&R, which is receiving and release. You get in there, and the R&R workers tell you what's going on with the pen you just got to. Soledad, they say, hey, this is what's up. This is what the program's like. They told us when we got there that the whites and northerners had gotten into a big riot down lockdown. So they said, you know, plan on being stuck in your cell for next year, they're saying. So I'm like, damn. I'm thinking, I hope I get a cellie with a TV. That's all I thought about when they told me we're on lockdown. It makes a big difference if you have a TV or not. Go over to Whitney. I always get confused if it's, I think it goes B-side, A-side. They might have it asked backwards like that. B-side, A-side. Or if it's A-side, B-side, I don't know. But I was in Whitney Building. Left-hand side, all the way to the very top, 3rd tier. Straight surrounded by northerners, too. There's a white cell, like about 5 cells this way. No, it couldn't have been 5, because we were right there on the corner for like 2 or 3 cells that way. And then way down the tier, about 10, 12 cells that way, there's another white dude. And this dude had the keys right here for this side of Whitney. Get up in my cell, me and my cellie. Trouble. He's a skinhead from IE. And yes, he has a TV. I was like, no, dude, I'm so glad you have a motherfucking TV. It was me too, bro. It's a loner. Here's Trouble's story, though. Fresh out of the hole. He's been on this yard before, Soledad North Yard. He was here for about a year. He's doing, I think, a 4-year term. Broke someone's jaw or some shit. I can't remember. Started a term. He'd already been on that yard, Soledad North Yard, for about a year. His points dropped. They shot him to South Yard, which was level 1. Got over there, put some work in, did a removal, a 3-on-1. Got caught up. Went to the hole. Did his whole time in X-Wing. Excuse me. They kicked him out to Whitney Hall. Boom. This is my cellie. Just got out of the hole, he said. Tell me he did his battery on South Yard. His name's Trouble. Skidhead from IE. Cool ass dude. We're talking. We're spending time together. We're working out. I like his getting down. I like his program. He's a younger dude. First termer. Cool cat. I like him. We're shooting kites to the dude Chris who has the building. He's sending us coffee and we're just communicating. Kind of, I'm getting ahead of myself. It was a weird vibe whenever Trouble would talk to this dude Chris because Trouble was acting like he knew him, and Chris was acting like he didn't know who the fuck this guy was. So it was a weird kind of thing. When Trouble would ride him, I don't want to repeat myself, my bad. But it was totally like, hey, hugs and kisses, all this shit, and dude right back like, pretty much like, who the fuck are you? Anyways, be that as it may, they have what they call a MAC rep. Men's Advisory Council. It's like the go-between between the cops and the inmates. Since we're on a lockdown, the cops are going to pull this MAC rep out for the races, for the whites and the northern. Not out together, still on site with them. Let the whites out first, the MAC rep, and then put him away, bring the northern MAC rep out. Run around just to fill the people in. Like, look, they're going to be doing showers. They might be giving us our packages. Because we're just laying in the cell. We don't know what the fuck's going on. We're eating in there. They're not telling us shit. We're not going to the store. We can't have packages. Nothing. Send the MAC reps around to ease everybody. They want to keep the tension down. They want eventually, the cops want us to come off lockdown. You want there to be peace. Send these guys around. This dude named Billy the Kid. Since Whitney split in two sides, A side and B side, they had a dude who had the keys for the woods on this side, dude had the keys for the woods on this side. Chris was over here, he had the keys. We already been in communication with him. Dude, Billy the Kid, he's on the other side. He's a MAC rep. He's actually out get to run around. Well, Chris didn't get to run around, talking to him solely through kites. Anyway, this Billy the Kid comes by, comes up to our cell, looks in at my cellie, Trouble, a skinhead from my E, and goes, hey, what's up, Robbie? My cell looks at me, he's like, what's up? He's like, how you been? What are you doing? Trouble's like, yeah, I went over there to South Yard, I caught a battery, went to the hole, kicked me out, here I am. This guy out of the hole, he's like, right on, Robbie. And my cellie Trouble's like, look, though, check it out, Billy the Kid, I'm Trouble now. I'm gonna go by Robbie, I'm Trouble. He goes, oh, nickname, you're Trouble now. He goes, yeah, I'm Trouble. And he goes, and I'm Skinhead. Billy the Kid goes, oh, you're a skinhead now. Now you're a skinhead, your name's Trouble, and you're skinhead. He goes, yeah. Billy the Kid goes, oh, okay, stay down. Walked away, it was all good. When he walked away, Trouble turned to me and goes, man, that was awkward. He goes, I'm waiting for that. He goes, uncomfortable. He's like, damn, I'm glad that's out of the way. I go, what just happened, dude? He goes, bro, I just became a skinhead on South Yard. He goes, when I was here for a year, it was Robbie, Peckerwood from IE. Billy the Kid's my homeboy. I kick it with him every day, work out, I'm in his car, Wood, Peckerwood from IE. Robbie. He goes out there and becomes a skinhead Trouble, and he comes back over here, introduces himself as Trouble, skinhead, and they're like, to them, he's Robbie. Finally, when we did meet Chris, cops let him out probably like a month later, and he saw him for the first time. Now I knew why, because Trouble didn't know him. He was here before, but now I know why Chris didn't know him, because he's using a different name. He was kiting him under the name Trouble. Chris was like, who the fuck's this Trouble? And he sees him, he's like, Robbie, what's up? So it was a weird, awkward thing for my cellie Trouble. The whole point, though, what's the video? What's the difference between woods and skinheads? In this situation, nothing, obviously. Not a damn thing. This dude went to bed. No, this dude woke up a wood and went to bed a skinhead. So there couldn't have been nothing different between him. He's the same damn dude. Not a damn thing different. Now I know it's kind of like a weird answer, not the answer everybody wanted, but that's from my perspective, that's what I saw. And that's not the norm. I'm not a skin, so I don't even know, I can't call it if you could become a skinhead in prison or not. I don't think you can, but he did. And he knew nothing about skinheads. I knew more about skinheads than he did, and I had to put him up on game. So the whole point is, what's the difference between them? Nothing in that situation, but there are some differences. They're minute. But the thing is, when you get there to prison, the car is set up as the white car, is the whites. So you're not going to go in there and say, okay, I'm a skinhead, or I'm a Sacramento, or a Fresneck, and have a different experience based on that. Or you're not going to walk into the yard and meet the dude who has the keys, go, hey, I'm a skinhead. And he's going to say, okay, fall in line with the whites. You're going to get treated like every other white. Doesn't matter if you're a skinhead, Fresneck, Bakerswood, what you are. You have the same experience. Therefore, there really can't be that much of a difference. Now, they say skinheads are more racist than woods. I don't know. You'd have to sit down and talk to each individual, find out exactly how racists are. I mean, racism, it's kind of blurry in there. Lines get blurry. You don't know really who's racist and who's not, because you figure when you go to the yard and you talk to the homeboys and they say, hey, it's on site with the blacks, we're going to rush those blacks and they come out of that building. I mean, so we're rushing these dudes because they're black. Is that racist? I don't know. We're doing it because we have to, and that's to get down in there. At the same time, though, those blacks, when they're coming out the building, they're saying, hey, it's on site with the whites. Rush the fucking whites as soon as you can. So they're every bit as racist as we are, if it is racism. And I've been smashed out and stomped by blacks because of on-site, because of riots between the whites and blacks. So I've got the shit in the stick, as they say. I don't know, man. What's the difference between woods and skinheads? Really not that much. Minute. But I'll tell you this. I made a list. There is some differences. Working out. Mandatory workout. It's a mandatory workout in there for the woods. But it's not really enforced. It's hard to enforce because you figure yard, if you see some wood walking laps or something and he's not working out, you can't say, hey, you have to work out. Because you can say, fuck, I already did burpees in my cell after breakfast. I already worked out. Or today's my off day. Or I'm going to work out later tonight. So, I mean, you can't be monitoring everybody. I guess that's up to the car. Every car has a dude who's at the top within that car. I guess the dude has the keys to that car. I guess it's up to him to get on his homeboys. I've never really seen it happen. Everybody usually works out. They want to, because they want to get out and look good, healthy, and strong. And they want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, sling them good if they get into an altercation. And if you're sloppy and you're not working out, you're not going to do too good. So yes, people usually work out, mandatory workout. Not really enforced, sort of, kind of, but the skinheads, they do have a more hardcore mandatory workout. Theirs is more enforced. There is more unity with them when they work out, especially as they get deep. If there's only like 2 or 3 of them, you'll see them in the corner working out. And yeah, but when they get deep, like 8 or 10, then they really make a big show of it. And they're soft count, hard count, and they're sounding off, and they're working out together, and they're making a show, which is good. I mean, it looks good for the whites. So there's mandatory workout, and they kind of stand out. They have a little bit more harder workout, skinheads do, than the whites. I will say this too also. Whenever it comes to saying a yard is no good or a building is no good, usually it applies to the skinheads first. And there's been trouble at CMC East, and I heard for a long time you couldn't go there. And then I heard them start to say, no, white boys are allowed to be there, woods are, but not skinheads. So see, somehow they'll say like a yard is good for a wood and not for a skinhead. Like I was in the whole Soledad. They were starting to say that the skinheads cannot be on Central Yard, but it's okay for woods. They're starting to say if any skinheads came from to the hole, saw the hole from Central, they're going to have an issue coming. They're going to get that beat down. So, there's a difference there. And also, with bulldogs at Wasco, when they start saying, you cannot program with bulldogs in the bulldog buildings, first it was the skinheads. Skinheads could not be there. So there is difference when it comes to workout. They have a more uniformed, hardcore workout, let's say, than the woods. And the yards. What might be good for wood to be on, they'd say, no, skinhead can't be there. And I don't know why that difference would be there. Hold up. And this seems like it'd be obvious, but I guess it's not. You have to be white to be a skinhead. Believe it or not, I've seen an issue over that. I should have did that when the pause button was on. I've had a crazy ass day. I was supposed to make this video way early this morning. Crazy shit going on. Anyhow, be that as it may. So, you have to be white to be a skinhead. It's not going to be obvious. I told this story way back in one of my videos, my first videos, at the very end. I'm going to tell it again right now. It's a good story, and it falls in line with this video. And it covers a lot of what I'm talking about. When I was at Wasco, I had the keys to the building. C1. It was on my 4-year term. Skinheads were deep in there, real deep, because they were not putting skinheads, the cops were not putting skinheads in C3, C4, because the cops knew that skinheads cannot be around bulldogs. So they just wouldn't put them in there because they'd go in there and take off. Woods cannot be in there around bulldogs either, but a lot of times woods will go in there and program to where you never see a skinhead really go in there and program. Sometimes the woods will, but the cops will look at you in R&R, and if the dude's all tatted down, if he has a lot of write-ups for violence and violent dude, cops will use a sermon and not put him in there. But they won't put no skinheads C3 or C4 when I was there, because bulldogs. That meant they're all coming to C1 if they're going to hit CR, because there's only C1, C2, C3, C4. So if they can't go in C3 and C4, they're going to be a lot of them in C1. Then they actually have bulldogs in C2. They were not there at first. They were not in C1 and C2, but they start using it as an overflow. I guess C3 and C4 was too full. They had to put the bulldogs somewhere, start putting them in C2. There were skinheads in there. They were supposed to take off, get out of that building, take off on the bulldogs, whatever. However they had to do it, just get out of that building or force the bulldogs out, but they cannot send program with them. So, the skinheads that were in my building at C1, they're deep. There's like 7 or 8 of them. Were shooting kites to the skinheads right next door in C2. To these 2 skinheads. That's my dog, Lily. I gotta tell you guys about her someday. I got a good story about this dog right here. And if you see me petting, I'm not petting my leg. Come on now, I'm petting Lil Amander. Okay, so, she's gonna be in the way. Get up there, Lily. So, these skinheads in my building in C1 were shooting kites to the skinheads in C2, saying, what are you doing? Why are you programming those bulldogs? Take off and get out of there. They were shooting kites back from C2 to C1 to my building, saying, hey, come over here and lead from the front. Who are you to tell us to take off on these dudes? Easy for you to say, can't program the bulldogs. There's no bulldogs where you're at. You probably would program with them if they're there. So easy for you to say, so why don't you come over here and lead from the front? We don't appreciate these kites telling us what we have to do. Skinheads in my dorm were like, oh, really, like that? So there's a lot of tension. They were wanting to get at those dudes. They're like trying to figure out their fucking names, and they're just trying to get at them. It was a bad scene. Talking shit back and forth with the kites. The skinheads in C1 and the C2. Like I said, C1's telling them, dude, you guys need to fucking handle business. Well, there was a skinhead over here in C2, a youngster, a first-term kid. He decided, yeah, I can't be here. I don't want to be here. The skinheads in C1 are going to be mad. They're talking shit, saying we can't be here, so I'm going to leave. But he didn't know, and no one put him up on game, and it's kind of fucked up how he went down, but he went and straight rolled it up. Told the cops, I can't be here. He walked up to the cops, hey, I can't be in this building. No, I'm a skinhead or whatever, which is a big no-no. You never say that. Even if you have enemies in there, even if you're walking up to a dorm or building and you see people and you know they're going to fucking smash you as soon as you walk in, the cops say, can you go in there? You say, yeah. Hell yeah, I can go there. You never refuse housing, and you never leave housing. On a stretcher, there's the only way of fucking taking my ass out. You don't walk out backwards. You don't fucking hightail it out, man. Fuck that. You go in there and program, regardless. So this kid, this first-termer, skinhead, was feeling the heat, like maybe I can't be in this building. Went and told the cops, hey, I can't be here. So they said, okay. They sent him right next door to our building. But the cops called up, said, we're sending this kid up. He rolled it up. So the cops told somebody in that building C1, hey, we're bringing a skinhead over here who just rolled it up. Somehow we found out, okay, they had to do a bed switch, what it was. That's what it was. There was no available white bed, so what it is, they had to snatch a white dude up and move him over there, do a flip-flop. So this dude's like, hey, how come you're moving me to C2? And the cops say, because we need a bed, because the kid rolled it up in C2, and we need a bed over here, so you're going, flip-flop. So we knew this kid had rolled it up, and he was a skinhead. So the skinheads are plotting on him. They're going to beat the fuck out of this kid when he gets there. They don't know he's a kid, though. They think it's actually one of the big, tougher skinheads. There's two of them in C2. They're writing kites like, fuck you, leave from the front. And both those dudes were big, tall, buff, tatted down, blasted. Been there, done that, regs. They thought one of them dudes was coming over to be like, what's up then, motherfucker? But no, as it turned out, it was this little, skinny, 100-pound nothing kid who rolled it up to come over. So he comes walking in, and he's actually half Asian and half white. So he would have had issue anyway, claiming skinhead. You can't be Asian and white. And that's what they're saying. They would have had to get him, even if he didn't rolled up. And surprised the skinheads over there didn't handle it. Let him program, say he was a skinhead, half Asian, half white. You can't do that. Anyway, he comes in, comes to his bed, and the skinheads just fucking tear into him. There's 7 of them. And this dude's a 100-pound little skinny dude. They should just pick 2 or 3 dudes, put him on him, a little checking, a little something seconds, get him out of there. He obviously is stupid, like, oh, it rolled up. Obviously didn't know what the fuck he was doing. No one's guiding him. You don't just fucking tear into him like he didn't have that coming. So these 7 skinheads just fucking mollywalled this dude. He was leaking, just fucked him up. I'm kicking it with my car. I have the keys to the building. I'm kicking it with my homeboys. We're 5, 6, 7, 8 deep too. Bakersfield car. Joe Scott, Chance McCutcheon, Spoon Dog, Bam Bam, and there were a couple others. Not the Bam Bam you guys are thinking of. Had the same name though, Jerry, but it was different Jerry, younger dude. Call him Bam Bam because he actually does look like the dude Bam Bam because he has that blonde curly hair. All that. Anyhow, we had a solid car. We did not appreciate what we were seeing. These skinheads, all 7, 8 of them, tearing this little frail little kid. We didn't think he had that coming. You know, we're like, fuck, these skinheads want to get fucking rowdy, so all of us start taking off our shirts. We were going to fucking rush the skinheads because we thought it was overkill. We didn't appreciate what they did to that kid. So, the only thing that made it where we didn't end up clashing was because the dude who had the keys for the skinhead car was from Bakersfield, and we had a good rapport with him. The skinheads that are from Bakersfield, a lot of times I'll put Bakersfield first. Because, you know, Bakersfield's a solid car. I mean, they're down for the skinheads, of course, but definitely stay down for the town. They don't just forsake the town for their skinhead. He saw us all with our shirts off getting a mob over there, and he came over first like, hey, what's going on? But I seen the kid as he ran off after they beat him, and I stopped him. He was leaking everywhere. I gave him my towel, like, whoa, hold on, dude. He thought I was going to beat him, because I grabbed him by the arm. He was like, I go, no, hold up, dude. And I took a towel, I wiped his face, and he'll be all right, dude. I felt bad for him, man. So we were going to go over there and fight with those skinheads, because apparently they wanted to get rowdy. And what we really didn't like about the whole situation was, a couple days ago, there was a skinhead. This dude from Orange County is straight. One of his homies, his comrades, is straight, shut up, bitch. Called him a bitch, told him to shut the fuck up, just like that. And he, like, took it. And we were clowning him like, that fucking straight lame. His comrade, someone just told him, hey, shut up, bitch. He didn't do shit. I mean, mandatory, you do something. You don't even pause to think about it. You just handle it, dude. ASAP, right away. And he didn't, and he should have got his ass beat for that. I mean, what if my homeboy's from Bakersfield, if someone says to him, hey, shut up, bitch, and he don't take off, then he's gonna get jumped. They didn't do none of that, dude. They let him kick it, and he was the one that was being the loudest and the toughest when they're jumping this little kid. And just 2 days ago, someone told you, shut up, bitch, and you didn't do nothing. And then here you are, you're stomping, acting all fucking tough, beating up this kid. It's like, kill game. Shut the fuck up with that. Anyway, what's the story? What's the video? What's the difference between woods and skinheads? Not that much, because we're all white. We can't afford to have too much differences. When you boil it down, it's just the white car. Different cliques within it. Yes, you have the skinheads, and you have woods, different woods. represent their town. But we're all white, we all ride together. Nothing about the skinheads they are, we do consider them the front line. If something's going to happen, skinheads always get the front. Like if there's going to be a riot, I'm going to rush a different race, skinheads always get the front. That's why when there's tension, a lot of times the cops roll up, come in and roll all the skinheads up and get them off the yard. Move them out of there before they can get that front and rush and start kicking shit off. They're just known for being violent. Anyway, we'll have a video soon called Skinheads, where I break down the various different kind of skinheads. I'd say my knowledge is pretty good, just from being a late 80s, early 90s punk rocker. In Bakersfield, the punk rockers and skinheads and suicidals all catch it together. So I know a lot about the scene, man. I'm going to cut the string on this and let it fly. Peace!